and welcome to the 80sist, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally 80s thing. Since Siskel and Ebert gave thumbs up and thumbs down to films way back in the 1980s. In Cleveland, Ohio, I'm 80s film aficionado, Keith Marsteller.
And in Seattle, Washington, I'm Joe Walk, a connoisseur of fine 80s cinema.
Well done. And this season, we're
at the movies.
Hey, Joe, welcome back. We really missed you last week, but Alejandro and I kept the ship afloat. And,
you didn't miss me at all because you guys had a great episode and everything went swimmingly.
Well, we were just kind of placeholding, and with Alejandro, we learn and grow. With you and me, we don't.
There's no growth. There's no
learning. There's no growth here. No. But you actually did do something awesome, and I think you've just finished maybe your 8th out of 9 shows of 12th Night.
That's true. Why, you are paying attention, yeah. We did our last show in our local park, Mathey Ballinger Park, but then next weekend there's this thing called the Seattle Outdoor Theater Festival. It's a big thing in Volunteer Park, and we, for the first time, are performing in that. So
I was going to say your
little show on the road.
So that'll be 9 shows of the production. Is that a big expansion over last year? Did you have 9 shows last year?
No, we didn't. We had 4 shows last year.
Okay, so this is I love it. That makes for a couple of very long and tiring weekends. I'm assuming doing 4 shows from Thursday to Sunday.
It's pretty tiring. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little bit draining. But it's great because it's what I love doing. So
of course, yeah, right. No offense taken that podcasting isn't what you love doing, but we're.
Look, what?
You're here too.
I love podcasting. Keith, I love podcasting with you. That's what I love.
Yeah.
But it scratches a different itch.
Oh, for sure. I totally get it.
There you
go.
Well,
congrats.
Thank you.
And we got one more show to go, but at this point, after doing 8, you're probably feeling pretty good. So
I am, except so this next show, we're in a different place where we haven't performed before.
Oh,
we're gonna have 2 rehearsals, and the woman who's played Olivia in our production is not going to be there. We have an understudy who has been working this whole time, and she'll be swapping in. So it's gonna be different. It's gonna be
right. So the autopilot will not help you at this point because a new player and a new venue—that's enough changes to make it a whole new show, basically.
Keeps things lively, Keith.
That's
awesome.
Things
lively.
Well, Alejandro and I discussed World Cup stuff last time on the program.
You did.
And since that time, his beloved Argentine team moved into the final, which is great news for him.
That's right.
But I don't know if you watched today's final.
You know what? I was performing at the time, so I did not have a chance to watch it. But
I forgot about time zones. Yeah,
yeah. Our Sir Toby is a massive soccer head who, he gave up a lot of World Cup time to do this show with us. So I was very grateful for that. He made sure that we got updates. Anytime there was a game during rehearsal or performance.
He was up on it. Well,
he was up on it.
It did not go Alejandro's way today. Unfortunately, the Argentines battled valiantly with only 10 men for a lot of the contest.
Yeah.
And took it all the way to full time, tied 0-0, and lost only in extra time. And they had a shot right at the end to tie it up, and they, valiant is the best word that I have for how they played. But it was the Spaniards' day, and so I mean,
I'll tell you what I am seeing mostly on mine, because my social media, it's very much geared to me. So I'm seeing a lot of awkward Trump, hanging out on stage as the Spaniards celebrated, and people trying to get him off stage, and then the Spaniards edited him out of the official team photo.
As soon as the contest ended, I turned it off so I wouldn't see that. Like him,
Good call.
But that's funny. I kind of forgot. Of course, even though I turned it off, it really happened. I did hear somebody mentioning on social media that one of the big stars of the Spanish team, Trump stuck his hand out, and he just kind of held up the peace sign and wouldn't shake his hand or something. So.
But I mean, was it the backwards peace sign? So it's the European "fuck you," or was he actually doing the peace sign?
We'll have to look.
That's in the
different.
UK anyway. That's "fuck you."
This is peace. This is "fuck you." Well, I guess we're gonna have to check the tape on that one. That would be
all right.
A much better story if he actually,
Right.
Anyway,
I mean, I like to think that's what I would do, but I don't know.
It would be tough. It would be tough. With, especially if your mom's watching. Like
my mom wouldn't be able to figure out what channel was on.
That's a good point. She would just put 5 question marks on a social media post, and I would explain it to her eventually. The other thing Alejandro and I talked about was the early 80s, the most successful soundtrack songs of that era. And the listenership has voted. And Joe, we can read these percentages down the line here.
Okay.
I'll start. Magic by Olivia Newton-John got, it got
0.0.
So that was not chosen as the 80s early 80s soundtrack original.
It's a bad day for ONJ.
What do you got next?
Then the next song on there was "When Doves Cry,"
and you can see
Prince.
by my screenshot that I voted for that one.
I did too.
Okay.
Full disclosure.
Yeah,
because of course we did.
Nice,
and that had a healthy 38%.
Oh, solid. Okay.
Nice.
The number 3 song of that era was "Call Me" by Blondie, and that also
0.0.
so,
and I am disappointed because that is an 80s song.
Oh, it's a great fucking song.
Yeah.
And I love that tune, and I'm surprised it didn't get a single vote.
A song that I would say is not a great song.
No.
But I would not dispute its 80s-ness is "Eye of the Tiger" by Survivor, which did manage to get 15% of the vote.
15%? So, that's a healthy amount of votes. And then the number 1 song that we had in terms of its success was the Oscar-winning and Grammy-winning Flashdance Ellipses. What a Feeling, that stayed number 1 for 6 weeks by Irene Cara, and that one got 46% to take the listener crown for which early 80s soundtrack original was the 80s-est. At least as of the time I took this screenshot, Flashdance was winning by several votes, 38% for Prince, 15% for Survivor, and nothing for Blondie or Olivia Newton-John. So there you go.
You know what I like to do when I say the full title of this song?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is I like to do it in the style of Yakov Smirnoff.
Oh, please, could you demonstrate?
Flashdance, what the feeling?
I love that.
Keith, I'm sorry, I lied. I don't like to do that. This is my first time ever doing it. I just manufactured a bit.
I liked it.
And now I regret it.
I wish that was how it really went.
You just wish that I uncontrollably thought of Yakov Smirnoff?
Yes, man. I thought he was kind of an idol because of his stand-up success and the fact that you were once an aspiring stand-up comedian.
Not at all, Keith. He's a douchebag who performs in Branson.
Oh, ouch. Okay, enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah, and I want to say if he's not MAGA, he's MAGA adjacent.
Yeah. MAGA with the adjacent there.
There you go.
Anyway,
MAGA.
Joe, why don't you tell everyone what we're in for this week? What are we talking about here?
Keith, I have been looking forward to this week for a long time.
I've been dreading this one for a while, but we'll talk about it.
Oh, dear God, dude. No, this is two movies that I dearly, dearly love.
Awesome.
So this is, we are several weeks into the Red Dawn region, and we've reached the point where we have our 4th versus our 13 seed. Keith, it's Trading Places going up against Arthur.
My God, man. Well, I'm sure we both have a lot to say about these films.
Sure we do.
And let's get it started off, though, by priming the pump here with the box office report.
We're not just doing this for money. We're doing it for a shitload of money.
Keith, our 4th seed Trading Places was released June 8th, 1983. It was directed by John Landis.
Maybe you've heard of him.
Maybe you have. And as a matter of fact, if you listen to our American Werewolf in London episode,
yeah,
then you definitely heard of him. This was the 4th ranked movie in 1983. So this was a sizable hit.
Big, yeah.
Yeah, $15 budget. It grossed $90.4 million.
Damn.
So very, very profitable. It got 1 Oscar nomination, Best Original Score for our old pal Elmer Bernstein.
He's back. He's back.
Yeah. He never went away, Keith.
That's true. You're right.
It scored 2 BAFTA wins, one for Best Supporting Actor for Denholm Elliott as a butler, and Best Supporting Actress for Jamie Lee Curtis as a sex worker with a heart of gold.
Heart of gold.
Heart of Gold. This one received no Razzie nominations, and if it had, I would slap somebody upside the fucking head.
Fair enough. Well, Arthur was released July 17th, so just a couple of days ago, but 1981.
Okay.
Directed by Steve Gordon. And it was also the number 4 ranking film of its year, 1981. So 2 years prior to Trading Places. And this was made on half the budget, a little over $7 million, as opposed to the $15 million from Trading Places. And this grossed $95.5 million. So it made even more money than Trading Places. That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Now, also in contrast to Trading Places, Arthur won 2 Oscars. One for Best Supporting Actor, your man, John, how do we say this? Gielgud?
Gielgud.
Gielgud? And
Giel fucking good.
And then Best Original Song for Arthur's Theme. Dudley Moore was also nominated for Best Actor. And it was nominated for Best Original Screenplay. And this thing also won 3 Golden Globes. So it was a darling of the award shows for sure. So
you're fucking A right it was.
So we've set the table there. And now we've got a couple of iconic scenes. Each of these has a lot of candidates. But you want to set up this one that I'm going to play right here?
Sure. I mean, listen, if you have not seen Trading Places, you might want to step forward a little bit because this reveals some crucial information here. This is when the Duke brothers, the Randolph and Mortimer Duke, discuss who has won their bet that caused them to raise Eddie Murphy up to executive level and drive Dan Akroyd to a life of crime.
Yes, they traded places. Here we go.
That's right.
Pay up, Mortimer. I've won the bet.
Here, $1.
We took a perfectly useless psychopath like Valentine and turned him into a successful executive. And during the same time, we turned an honest, hard-working man into a violently deranged would-be killer. Now, what are we going to do about taking Winthrop back and returning Valentine to the ghetto?
I don't want Winthrop back after what he's done.
You mean keep Valentine on as managing director?
Do you really believe I would have a run our family business, Randolph?
Of course not. Neither would I. I do think we should hold off on switching them back, though, until we get that crop report New Year's Eve, don't you?
Absolutely. No sense rocking the boat until then.
If Mr. Beeks does what we paid him to do, we should have a very happy New Year.
Indeed.
I think that's called dramatic irony right there.
There you go.
Anyway.
And I want to point out that while they are saying this, Eddie Murphy, who plays Billy Valentine,
yes,
is hidden in the bathroom, having gone in there to smoke a joint.
That's right. So he's standing on a toilet and evaded their looking under the stall doors, etc.
Right.
Now, I know when I'm trying to make sure a bathroom is clear, I open the stall doors,
Yeah. Is this something you do often?
All the time, yeah. Okay. But anyway, we'll
Keith,
talk about
what are you doing in the bathroom that you have to make sure no one's there?
I mean, exposition. I mean, I'm telling the audience needs somebody to review what's happened for the last hour of the film. So I do that in all my films. Anyway, here is the iconic scene from Arthur and Joe. I know Arthur is near and dear to you, so I'm going to let you set up this scene as well.
This is very early in the film. This is kind of a scene that does a good job of showing Arthur's life and how little he has going on in it.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with his butler, reading a newspaper, and he decides he wants to take a bath.
All right, here we go.
You know, Arthur, your father is going to demand that you marry Susan.
I don't care what he demands. Oh, stay with me a minute, Hobson. You know, I hate to be alone.
Yes, bathing is a lonely business.
Except for fish.
I beg your pardon. Did you say except for fish?
Yes. Fish all bathe together, although they do tend to eat one another. I often think fish must get awfully tired of seafood. What are your thoughts, Hobson?
Pardon me. Arthur, I don't want you to be alone.
I'll never be alone. I have you.
So, yeah, it's very much establishing this unusual relationship between Arthur and his butler.
That's right.
I don't know how you would want to characterize it. It's there's warmth there, but it's at, Hobson plays it cool, right? Like,
yeah, no, he has a very, very dry sense of humor, and it's great because you can tell that how much he loves Arthur,
right?
And yet at the same time, understands just how ridiculous Arthur's shit is.
Yeah. All right, and we'll talk more about their relationship a little bit later. Right. But that's the layout of the box office. Let's find out, how did these films get to be where they are in the bracket? How did the voting go here? So here we go.
The 1961 Ferrari 250 GT, California. My father spent 3 years restoring this car. It is his love. It is his passion.
It is his fault he didn't lock the garage.
Well, Keith, with both of these films, we're gonna kind of get a sense of your thoughts on this versus my thoughts on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our number 4 seed, Trading Places, is our 14th seed overall.
Damn, that is up there.
That is up there. Keith, you ranked this movie number 86.
Oof.
Well out of contention.
Yeah, I'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
All right,
for sure.
all right.
But yeah,
I ranked it number 37, so it was
middle
solidly in my bracket. Yeah,
totally right in there. I put it 22 off the bottom of my list for various reasons. No shade to either of these films, but it's about the 80s-ness of the film and my recollection of it at the time that we voted.
Yeah.
And these thoughts may change when watching the films again,
All right.
But meanwhile, 13 seed Arthur is our 51st out of the 64 overall seeds. Joe, do you remember how many films we ranked in our list? You might not remember the number.
More than 100, like 120?
I believe the exact number is 115.
Right. Okay, 115. Yeah.
115 films, and then there were a few write-ins, like Conan the Barbarian by a friend of mine. And anyway,
Keith, where did you rank this?
I ranked Arthur 113 based on my vague recollection of having seen clips of it, but never having seen the film. Joe, you ranked it 42nd. Okay?
I did.
So if you look at the two rankings, 37, 42, they're within 5 for you. They're within 37 for our listening audience who put them at 14 and 51.
Right.
And for me, they're within about 30, of each other.
Yeah.
But way out of contention. Like, I
Both
had 112 other movies that I thought were more 80s than this.
You did.
Anyway. So that's why these are here, Joe. This is a complete Joe Walk episode. I got plenty to say, but these are here because of you and the folks who agree with your kind of point of view on these. So
that's right.
Now let's find out. I think we've got a pretty good idea how you feel about these films, but Siskel and Ebert and I have not weighed in yet, so let's get on to it.
The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it, and I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me.
So here's fortunately this week we have two movies where we do have video from Siskel and Ebert on both of them, which is rare. How I like to roll.
Yeah, it's kind of rare these days in the early 80s.
It is.
Yeah,
very much. I think when we get to our next season, we'll probably. I mean, I don't think we'll have any that we don't have something from, unless they just didn't review it.
They were heavily syndicated by the late 80s, right? So
yeah. So let's talk about Trading Places.
Okay.
Both Siskel and Ebert liked it. They gave it 2 thumbs up, or 2 yeses, as they said way back then. Gene Siskel said it's a good-looking movie. He says it's exceptionally well cast, and at the center of it is Murphy, who at 22 is a major star.
Fair enough.
Star. Yeah, he said this is well-made adult filmmaking, and he said, I think it's the funniest film of the year so far.
Oh.
So, big props from Gene Siskel. Roger Ebert agreed. He said, I laughed all the way through it. One of the things I liked best about it is that it goes back to Hollywood of the 30s and 40s, to pictures by people like Frank Capra and Preston Sturges. And the films became comic, but they became comic because they had insights into human nature.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
I mean, Frank Capra and Preston Sturges, that's
I've heard of Frank Capra. It's a Wonderful Life.
Have you heard of Preston Sturges?
I had not heard of him until right now.
Meet John Doe was one of his big ones. No,
haven't seen it.
It's a old Gary Cooper movie. Which was very good.
Well, Joe, let's get it out of the way here. They liked it. First of all, was this a theater film for you? Obviously, you've seen it.
I don't think this was not a theater film for me because I would have been like 13.
Mm-hmm. And it was a little too adult.
Yeah, I probably was not able to talk my parents into letting me go see this. But no, this was one I caught up with on VHS and watched many times subsequently.
That's great. And now that you've did this have, some of these films mean a lot to you? Is this one of those films that means a lot to you?
Keith, I don't know if it means a lot to me, but here's the thing: is I'm very big into seasonal rewatches.
Yeah. This is a big Christmas one.
I love Scaretober movies, and I have a raft of Christmas movies that I watch every single year.
Yes.
And this is one of those. This is on my Christmas watch list, so I have seen it a lot. I watch it once a year around Christmas time, and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I would say that has importance to you.
Yeah, all right.
The question of rewatchability is moot because you rewatch it frequently.
That's right. I do. Yeah. Once a year. Every year.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Did you see this back then?
I did. I saw this back then. I saw it on VHS with some buddies. My parents would not want me to have seen Jamie Lee Curtis's breasts back then, I'm sure.
Right.
And I don't even have a sense for if there's bad language in it, but I think there is.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit. I mean, I did bleep out a racial slur in that.
Yep.
I mean,
yep.
Yeah. I mean, it was unacceptable then. Like it was being played as unacceptable a thing to say. It wasn't casually nodded to as a positive thing to say in the film. But anyway.
Right.
I wouldn't have been allowed to see that, but I did see it with buddies. I did like it. I've seen it a handful of times, 6 or 7 times, something like that over the years.
Yeah.
So I see it more on a frequency of like every 4 or 5 years, maybe something like that.
Okay.
And watching it again this time, I remembered some parts of it, but I thought it was, still very entertaining to me. Yeah. Now, meanwhile, Arthur.
Let's talk about Arthur. So, again, we do have video of, and you can find video easily of Siskel and Ebert talking about this. This was a split. Gene Siskel did not like this movie. He said, I think Gielgud is the best part of the film. The rest of it for me didn't work. He said, I didn't think Dudley Moore was funny playing a drunk on screen for 90 or 100 minutes. He said, I never believed Liza Minnelli playing a working class character. But Roger Ebert did like it. He said it was a wacky movie in the tradition of screwball comedies of the 1930s, like My Man Godfrey and Bringing That Baby. He said, sometimes Arthur drags, but usually it works, and it works best when Dudley Moore and John Gielgud are on the screen together. And he said, I really like this movie. So
nice. Okay.
One big thumbs up and one big thumb up and one thumb
down.
More or less down.
All right. So when did you see this film, Joe? It seems like you've seen this one several times. Also, when was your first viewing?
I saw this movie in the theater with my mom and maybe my dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in 1981. And this movie was my whole identity in 1981. I loved the theme song so much. I bought the sheet music to it and used it for auditions.
That's right. Oh my God, I think I remember this. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it was like
because you could do like a little because you had not matured physically yet, so you still had a high enough voice to pull off that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh wow,
that's right. I had a very high tenor or even alto voice at the time.
Nice.
Yeah. Now
later in the show, I'll give you a chance to reenact that.
Oh, let's not do that. That would be bad. Let's talk about you in this movie because did you see it back then?
So when I watched this, I had a vibe like, I've seen part of this and didn't care for it, something like that. And upon watching it, it felt new to me. It felt like I must have been thinking about Dudley Moore and something else. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to count this as my first official viewing of it this week.
Okay.
And so I didn't have much to go on. In my head, I had generally negative vibes of it going in. And then I watched it, and it's not the worst thing I have seen. There is some... Listen, a lot of what Siskel said, I'm with him on some of that. But there is some warmth here. The Gielgud character is one of the best characters we've seen in all of these films that we've watched.
100% agree. He earned that Oscar.
He totally did. I mean, I watched it, and then I found out he won the Oscar, and I was like, of course he did.
Right.
And we're going to hear some samples of his work later on in the quotes.
Yes, we will.
But, so I wouldn't say I loved it. I didn't hate it, though. Like, and I gave it a chance, and I wasn't, like, bored to tears by it, but it wasn't my favorite. But again, it's that whole, I didn't have the special sauce from seeing it earlier, and so I'm kind of criticizing it with a mind that has seen movies that are differently structured and paced, and and him doing the drunk bit was getting old for me, I'll admit. But so I probably won't watch it a bunch anymore, but I do have to admit there was a cuteness to it, and so it was okay. It was okay.
All right.
For me.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So when you say it was your identity back then, would you walk around doing drunk Dudley Moore stuff? I
would quote it. But mostly it was just I loved the movie a whole lot.
That's awesome.
And I had the soundtrack on vinyl.
That's so great.
And we'll talk about that when we talk about...
Oh, yeah, we'll get there.
A little down the road, we'll talk a little about that. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Joe, it's time to begin our discussion. Here we go.
I thought about this quite a bit, sir. I don't want to sell anything, buy anything, or process anything as a career. I don't want to sell anything bought or processed, or buy anything sold or processed, or process anything sold, bought.
Get busy!
So... let's talk about real quickly for anyone who is unfamiliar with trading places.
Yeah.
Here's what you're missing out on. Two wealthy brothers make a bet. Could they swap a yuppie commodities broker with a street hustler and not tell the difference? Billy Ray Valentine and Louis Winthorpe III find out their lives have been rearranged as an experiment and decide to get revenge.
Awesome. And in epic fashion, they do get revenge. We'll talk about it.
They do. It's awesome.
And for those of you if you're like me and haven't seen Arthur, I think, Joe, that Alejandro was going to watch Arthur for the first time in his life also this week.
Oh,
so
boy.
I look forward to a long comment from him about how he found the movie to be. But anyway, for those who aren't as committed as Alejandro and didn't watch it this week, Arthur Bach is a spectacularly drunk billionaire heir, I guess $750 million heir, who must choose between this arranged marriage that will secure him having that fortune for the rest of his life and the working class girl that he actually falls in love with. And his butler, his valet, Hobson, who kind of acts as a surrogate father, quietly pushes him toward the harder, better choice. And so there's that sweetness to the film that I was not expecting, I guess. But Joe, before we get started on our 80s-ness discussion, these movies actually have something in common. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, Doug, Heath, they do. They both feature Paul Gleason, the 80s superstar bit player of movies like Breakfast Club, Die Hard, and but both of these.
Right, films. That's right. Yeah, wow, that actually is kind of awesome. I forgot that he's in both of these, but no. What I was going for is actually that the
is that both of the films feature good-natured black chauffeurs of taller stature, prominent mustaches, and nearly identical uniforms?
Oh shit! Wow. I guess they do. No, but believe it or not, that's not what I was going for either. I was gonna,
Oh, okay. So, is it the butler thing?
Yes. There are two older English butlers, Coleman and Hobson, who both have major roles in the film, helping educate and guide the younger characters. So I thought, what if the two were taking some continuing education course on butlering and they met each other in a humorous situation? Well, Joe, I think it might go something like this. Yes, Jolly, nice to meet you. I'm Coleman. I'm going to set out a tea service here as my completion of my final project.
I'll alert the media. No, I can't do this. This Shakespeare show has me spread too thin, and I come back to the podcast, which is supposed to be a safe place, and you fuck me with a colliding worlds? Nope. Tried it. I just can't do it. Nope.
Oh, Joe. It's okay, man. It's not your fault.
I know, man. I know.
Joe, it's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
Don't you fuck with me, Keith! Not you! All right, it's back.
We hadn't done it yet this season, Joe. I know you wouldn't want to do a full colliding worlds.
No, but you know what? I'm always up for that little bit of film reference. So, thank you, Keith.
Yes, but there are those three similarities in the films. They all both start.
You know what else they have in common?
Go ahead.
Both of these films have a line, and it's slightly different in each, but where someone says, "You're a prostitute." And it's prostitute in Trading Places. It's hooker in Arthur, but in both of those, the lead character says that in surprise.
That's right, because in Arthur, he in the early part of the film, he asks that girl out, or takes that girl
He
out.
very, very much picks up a sex worker on the street.
Yeah, and then feigns surprise or is surprised.
That's right. He's because we get the line, "You're a hooker? I thought I was just doing really well with you."
So both of these movies are that kind of fish out of water kind of comedy. And in this case, this is like that class inversion type bit, especially Trading Places, like you inherit, and you got the inherited wealth versus poverty. In one case, you've got a rich guy and a poor guy, and they literally trade places. And in the other case, you've got Arthur, who's rich but is threatened with being poor, kind of, I guess, and is in love with the girl who is poor. And so it's interesting that these two just by total chance ended up facing each other.
Yeah, I mean, they are both very much having to do with class and social status, and who has it and who doesn't, and what people will do to keep it.
Both having chauffeurs, both having butlers.
That's it.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
If I had to ask you, it doesn't matter regarding the 80s Ness. Which of these two do you like the most? Is it Arthur?
You know what? I would have a really hard time actually answering that question because
Okay.
I love both these movies dearly. It's not exactly the same. I don't watch Arthur every year, but I do watch it. You know, if I stumble upon it, I will watch it. You know, I think that's probably more of a sentimental favorite for me because again, you know, it was so important to me in 1981.
That's fair. Yeah.
Whereas Trading Places, I enjoy watching it the exact same. It wasn't as meaningful to me back in the day, but I do love rewatching it.
I love seeing here, like, because we have watched 48 Hours and we've watched Beverly Hills Cop. And in 48 Hours, he's undercooked. He's not quite who he's going to become. In Beverly Hills Cop, he is the guy that he's going to become. And here in this one, it falls right between the two chronologically. Yeah. And what do you think of Murphy here?
I mean, I think this is his second big movie, and it's the one where the second one where they teamed him up with a white guy, and then they were like, all right, well let's try him again, but we'll take away the training wheels. And we'll just let him be the full-on lead, for Beverly Hills Cop, and history never looked back.
He does, He obviously could handle it by that point.
Yeah,
and he's got some great funny moments in here, as like Billy Ray Valentine is definitely more similar to the character he played in 48 Hours. Kind of a schemer, a hustler, a street guy. Now Axel Foley is, gets into mischief, but he's a cop. He's on the other side of things.
I mean, but Axel Foley also had a childhood where he was
true,
stealing cars and things like that. It's just that he found a way out of that life, whereas Billy Ray Valentine did not until now.
Yes.
I don't know. I think Eddie Murphy's work in this is so good. I think he's so funny in this, and there are a couple of moments that I love where he just gives a look directly to the camera. When he gets put in the cop car after being arrested for allegedly trying to steal the payroll from Winthorpe.
Oh, right.
And they throw in the back of the cruiser, and before they pull away, he just looks right at the camera. And then again, when he is with the Duke brothers, and they are explaining commodities to him like he's a 5-year-old, he gives a great take to the camera. He's like, "Can you believe what these assholes are saying to me?"
Says it all with a look,
Yeah, but like right at the camera, which is not something that I think everyone can get away with. But fucking Eddie Murphy,
he can.
Eddie Murphy can get away with it because it's. I mean, he like I don't know.
Go ahead.
Eddie Murphy was one of my absolute comedy heroes in the early '80s. I
get it.
I idolized him. I listened to his albums nonstop. I watched him on Saturday Night Live. I ate up every movie that he was in with a giant spoon.
Yeah.
I fucking loved Eddie Murphy at the time, and
I'm with you.
I love Eddie Murphy now.
Sure. He has said yes to some really bad films along the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But when he gets some good material, he can still bring it.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, the man after a while, he did some real dog shit. Fucking I don't ever need to see Daddy Day Camp. Or
I don't need to see Nutty Professor to the Clumps, for instance.
Right. Or Pluto Nash. I will never watch Pluto Nash.
Pluto fucking Nash. Because I think he also did a remake of Flubber, although I didn't see it.
Yes, he did.
Widely panned,
There came a point where he was, I think, just taking the money and making the faces.
Yeah.
But this is before all that. This is before all that. when he was still the Eddie Murphy that everyone grew to love.
Right. All right. Tell me more. This might be considered a toy here. So Arthur was directed by Steve Gordon. Now, do you know what I'm going to say?
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Written and directed by Steve Gordon. Do you know the thing about Steve Gordon and this film is that this is the only film that Steve Gordon would write and direct because he died the next year of a heart attack.
Oh, shit.
At age 44. And,
I had no idea.
So, yeah, he did not do Arthur 2.
Right.
He did Arthur in 1981 and then passed away less than a year later in 82. Very young heart attack. So, kind of a grim toy, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I wondered if you had heard that.
I knew not. I am not a Gordoniac.
There you go.
So my knowledge of Steve Gordon was very slim.
On rewatching Arthur, what are your thoughts on the drunkenness portrayal? Are you watching it and wishing like, okay, I wish maybe there was a little bit less of this? Like it's a little over the top.
I 100% understand how people feel that way. I absolutely get like, okay, yes, it is.
But you've got the magic
time
viewing as a kid, and so you don't get that feeling.
Yeah, no, this film is in my DNA to a level that it's. I totally understand people's complaints, but I don't.
Yeah, I have that with 16 Candles. Like, I get Long Duck Dong is fucked up. I get it, but I can't unlike it. I can't do it. It's,
I get it.
I can recognize that's racist and it's stupid, but like, it's stuck in my brain as being funny. The movie, I mean, yeah.
Right.
Like I should cancel the whole film perhaps, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I also think that there is enough outside of that makes this film work. I think
I don't think the film's a problematic film necessarily. Is what I just got tired of the portrayal of him as being 24/7. Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, okay. In 2026, is it funny to have our lead character drunk all the time? Probably not. But I don't really find it problematic. But what I'm saying is, while I understand how that wears on people, I think there's enough other great stuff going on around it that it works. I think the other characters are good, and I also think there is a significant amount of time when he's not that drunk.
Yeah, was he method acting? Was he drinking heavily, or was he just?
I don't think so. I think because Dudley Moore came from the British stage. He was in shows like oh my fucking god, I'm forgetting the name of the big review he did with Jesus.
You're looking at the wrong guy to come up with it.
God damn it. Anyway, I did the play in college my sophomore year.
Oh.
I did some of Dudley Moore's stuff on stage. But he was very much like a kind of a sketch comedian in the UK. And
oh, cool. Okay.
And so this would have been one of the characters that he played on stage. Was like, he did. So the maybe I'm wrong about this, but I don't think I am. The Monty Python sketch you may have heard with the four guys complaining about their childhoods. He might have done an early version of that.
Anyway, he was in those. Okay.
He wasn't, but he was like, he would have been like, if Monty Python were sophomores, he would have been a senior, like in that kind of timeline.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. He came before them and was an influence, I think, on them. But this would have been like just a character that he played on stage a lot, and they were like, hey, let's just take that and build a movie around it.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and this was like what, maybe 3-4 years after his breakout in Foul Play, I think that was like one of his big American breakouts. He played in Foul Play with Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase.
Yeah, right.
He played this guy who keeps bumping into Goldie Hawn's character, and he's kind of a pathetic swinger.
Yeah, right. I'd forgotten that he was even in that, but yeah. I know him more for the Kirk Cameron vehicle, is it a Freaky
like
Friday?
Father Like Son.
Yeah, it's a Freaky Friday ripoff called like Father Like Son. Yeah.
Yeah, that came out at the same time as 18 Again and Vice Versa. And Big.
Man, yeah.
Or
a lot
all
of body
contemporary,
switching.
because there are no original ideas.
Oh, man. So, all right. Anything else you want to talk about outside of the pillars before we do the pillars? You got a couple of your comedic heroes here squaring off, but how 80s are they, Joe? That's what we got to figure out.
That's true. I watch Arthur. It's been a few years since I watched it last, and it is just so familiar to me, and there's so many bits that still really hit for me.
Which I was happy about for when we get to the quotability part, because you knew the ones to be pulled, with me watching Arthur once, I was like, I'm not qualified to pull quotes on this. But you fortunately had plenty for us. So.
Oh yeah. We'll talk quotes.
We'll get there. Yeah.
All right. Let's hit the pillars, man.
All right. Let's do it. Let's hit it hard. We'll start with cast. Give me your cast. What do you got for Trading Places?
Trading Places. We've got Eddie Murphy.
Boom.
We've got Dan Akroyd. We've got Jamie Lee Curtis.
Boom.
We've got Denholm Elliott, who, if you watch the Indiana Jones movies, he plays the other guy that works at the university. We've got Ralph Bellamy, an actor from Hollywood's Golden Age, and Don Amici, who after this kind of had a career resurgence, and we would see him in movies like Cocoon. That's it. We got the aforementioned Paul Gleason.
Yeah.
Who has a pretty big part in this as Clarence Beeks.
Yeah, the kind of industrial spy, let's call him.
Yeah, he's the guy that makes it possible for the Duke brothers to set Winthorpe up. We've got the great Frank Oz as a cop on the take. We've got Al Franken and Jim Davis as two kind of stoned not longshoremen, but railroad workers.
Yeah.
Baggage man or something?
Yes, I think they were baggage handlers, yeah.
Yeah. We've got Jim Belushi.
Jim
as a
fucking
drunk on a
Belushi.
train.
Drunk on a train is perfect casting for him.
100%. We've got a very young Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh my God, when I saw him.
I actually think it's Esposito. Esposito?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm not sure how he pronounces it. As one of the guys in jail with Billy.
Yeah.
We've got Blues great Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley makes an appearance.
That's right, playing a guy who works in a pawn shop.
Pawn shop guy, yeah.
And then I always have a small part that I love. But today, my small parts are meaningful for different ways. We've got James Eckhouse as guard. And here's what James Eckhouse played
Why do I know
father
that name?
on 90210.
Oh, yeah. I did call that
Brenda
out.
And he was Brenda's father on 90210. And
yes,
when
I called that out
the first time I saw this movie again after watching 90210, I was like, oh, holy shit.
It's that guy.
Him. It's the dad.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the dad from Minnesota or whatever. Yeah.
That's right.
Very good. Very big cast list you've got there.
Yeah.
What do you want to say about the 80s-ness of this cast? Eddie Murphy, tons of blockbuster films in the 80s.
Yeah.
Aykroyd, Ghost
Aykroyd.
fucking Busters, right?
Yeah, along with
Spies Like
Dr.
Us.
Detroit and Spies Like Us.
Yeah, this film.
Jamie Lee Curtis was still doing Halloween movies.
Still doing Scream stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but also was expanding out into movies like this and A Fish Called Wanda.
Called Wanda. She's great in that.
Right? Was My Girl in the 80s?
Not sure. That might be 1990.
Again,
but
Denholm
close
Elliott
enough.
was in the Indiana Jones movies. Paul Gleason, we have said.
He's
From
in
Breakfast
several.
Club?
Yeah. And these two films, and
Yeah.
and Die Hard.
Right?
Yeah. So it's a pretty, and Al Franken, Jim Belushi, they would be in the SNL cast in that era.
Yeah.
Jim Belushi is also known as Human Mayonnaise. No, wait, that's just one man's opinion.
I can't argue that.
Where did you slot this cast, Joe? Because there's some pretty heavy hitters, but there's no one from St. Elmo's Fire in here, for instance.
Right.
So for me, I avoided the danger zone, the red zone of 8, 9, 10. I put this close. I gave it a 7.5. I jetted right up to the hot zone and then pirouetted back.
I went slightly under you. I gave this a 6.
All right. Fair enough.
Definitely above average, but just barely.
Meanwhile, the cast of Arthur, Joe, I do a statistical analysis of each cast.
Okay.
It's because I'm a stats guy. Yeah. If I had you guess the percentage of not just the principal cast, but of everyone listed on the cast of Arthur who's still alive, what percentage would you guess?
Well, I'm looking at my list right here, and I've got 1.
Yeah. Do you want to guess a percentage of still alive human beings?
Let's go 7%.
Oh, well, it's actually 13%. So,
well, then good for them. They're doing much better than I thought.
87% of Arthur is dead.
All right.
I mean, I only mention that because it's a slightly older cast here. There's some old folks in Trading Places. But here you've got Dudley Moore as Arthur Bach. You've got Liza Minnelli, who is alive and 80 years old, I believe. You've got the aforementioned John Gielgud as Hobson, who has passed. And for Susan, the arranged marriage girl, who's kind of barely in it.
She's got some good scenes.
She has some scenes. She's mentioned a lot more than she's seen. Jill Eikenberry, who would go on to L.A. Law in the 80s.
Big hit, L.A. Law.
Big hit. You've got Geraldine Fitzgerald playing Martha Bach, Arthur's grandmother.
Arthur's grandma, yeah.
And then, of course, Paul Gleason, who's credited as executive. I would amend that to asshole executive, but still. And then I'm sure you have some
miss it party.
Right. It is a blink and you miss it. Who else do you have listed?
I've got Ted Ross, who played Bitterman. I've got character actor Barney Martin, who played Liza Minnelli's dad. That's
Seinfeld's dad. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's Seinfeld's dad.
This one shocked me because this is the first time I'd ever noticed this. In the diner, in the scene where Arthur goes to Linda's place of work on the day he's supposed to get married.
Yeah.
There's an old man in the diner who complains about not getting his role.
Yeah.
And the character is Man in Coffee Shop, and that part is played by Lawrence Tierney. Now, if you are familiar at all with Reservoir Dogs, you know that Lawrence Tierney is the big bad guy in Reservoir Dogs, and here he's playing a man in a coffee shop.
Who's like very much ignorable because you're watching the two, the two main characters fall in love or whatever.
Yeah. He has a decent number of lines.
And he has some lines in that because he's kind of butting into their business, while they're...
That's right.
He's waiting for his fucking role. All right.
But I had no idea until this viewing that was him.
That's the one I missed. I saw the 90210 guy and the other. I saw all these people you've called out. I missed that one though. That's a good one. I'm gonna go ahead and slip in. I'm gonna call it a toy just because it's so obscure.
All right. I don't know that I agree that it's necessarily toy-witty, but I'll take it.
I'm giving it to you. let's talk about this cast in terms of 80s-ness, Joe.
Oh, boy. All right.
All right. I mean, make me a case that this is... right now, I have this based on Liza Minnelli, Jill Eikenberry being in L.A. Law, Paul Gleason being in it for 2 seconds, and then Dudley Moore. I gave it a 3, and I was stretching to get there.
Well, here's the thing is...
It convinced me to go higher if you feel it should be higher.
I think you are underestimating the amount of movies that Dudley Moore did in the 80s. The 80s were his decade.
All right, talk to me.
You had Mickey and Maude, Santa Claus the movie, the aforementioned Like Father, Like Son, and others that I... Best Defense, in which he starred with Eddie Murphy.
Wow. So the only film of his I had seen until now was apparently Like Father, Like Son.
Oh, Jesus.
So I was not coming up with all those titles. All right, what did you give this cast then?
I mean, I gave it a 4. I didn't go super high. I gave it a 4.
Is Liza Minnelli in a lot of 80s movies? Probably not the kind I would watch.
Liza Minnelli's big movie years were the 60s and early 70s, I feel.
Okay.
I don't think she had a giant movie career in the 80s, but this movie used her well. Just off on a tangent here.
Go ahead.
If you're looking for a Dudley Moore movie to see, I would recommend Mickey and Maude. It is a Blake Edwards movie in which Dudley Moore plays a guy who accidentally kind of... I mean he did it. It's not like he didn't slip and fall into it, but actually winds up a polygamist.
Awesome.
And it stars Amy Irving as one of his wives, and it's a very funny movie.
Cool.
Mickey and Maude. Go check it out.
I've heard of that movie. I just haven't seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah. If you get a chance, it's a funny little movie.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so 4
right,
for
so
me.
you
And
got a 4.
You gave it a...
I give it a 3.
3. Okay. All right.
So
we're pretty close
in the neighborhood. All right.
right.
This next bit is going to be pretty short, and it's the soundtrack pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't have anything on Spotify to show you the score of Trading Places. I can just say it's by Elmer Bernstein.
That's right.
It's orchestral. It matches the tone. It's nothing wrong with it, but there's no pop soundtrack in there. The orchestral music is not synthy or new wavy.
There's also a lot of like classical music that you would recognize if you heard it.
Yeah, like there's some Vivaldi and shit in there, and there's just I gave it
0.0
because of the classical music. I was like, there's really nothing to tie it to the 80s to me. Once I found out it was Elmer Bernstein, I thought maybe I would give it a 0.5 for being Elmer. Yeah. But I don't know. So, what do you want to say?
There are a couple of non-classical, non-orchestral songs in here. These come when Billy Ray is in the bar and when he is having a party at his house. There's a song called "Out of the Streets Into the Sheets" by Dave Williams, and then the one that we hear more
Didn't
of
make
is
the
"Do
soundtrack,
You Wanna
I
Funk?"
guess.
No, "Do You Wanna Funk" by Sylvester.
Okay, I think I know Sylvester as a 70s artist, maybe. Is that where I've heard of him?
I mean, it's not. I mean, if you heard "Do You Want to Funk," there's definitely some 80s stuff to it. It's a lot of electronic sounds. But I can't argue that it's hyper 80s.
Spotify has this. It does not have the other one. Okay. All right. That is... Okay, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and move my score up to a 1.
All right.
For the fact that song is in the film.
Yeah, this is the song where they're having the party and they're all dancing and the woman takes her top off.
Yes. Okay. Right.
Right.
For no real reason, I guess, because it's an '80s movie, you have to show boobs.
Right, and that's like I think that's a boob shot number 2 out of 3, maybe. Or maybe 1 out of 3. Anyway, there's 3 boob shots in this movie. Not that I have them cataloged,
but yeah,
but I've seen the movie so much that I'm like, oh, yep, there it is.
Yep,
there it is.
They're there again.
There you go. Yep,
I'm telling you, it is an '80s trope of, for some reason, like I've watched so many movies recently, and I've watched the next 2 already, and like,
wow,
they just shoehorn them in there, man. They're just like, got to get it in there.
And again, they are not all teenage sex comedies. It's
yeah, this is not a teenage sex comedy,
not at all.
And like, but Jamie Lee Curtis could have easily talked to him in her apartment with her top on.
That's true.
Easily.
That's true.
It had nothing to do with what was going on.
Not a thing. It's just there's Jamie Lee Curtis's breasts.
Yeah. So anyway, I gave
All
this a 0. I've upgraded it to a 1, and now, my friend, it's time.
Okay.
If you want to...
By the way, real quickly, I gave Trading Places a 2.
Oh, sorry. Yes, a 2.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. But let's talk about this song. And
this song is playing now. This is Christopher Cross, Arthur's theme, subtitle, parentheses, best that you can do, end parentheses.
That's right. This was a monster fucking hit.
This was number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was the Oscar winner for Best Song. It was the Golden Globe winner for Best Original Song.
Yeah.
And so this is a really big song in 1981.
Yeah. So picture 11-year-old me singing this song as someone at a community theater plinks it out on piano.
Wow, working your way up to those high notes. Woo.
That's right.
So hot.
Voice straining. Oh, it was ugly. So this song was written by Christopher Cross. There's the score of this movie was written by Burt Bacharach.
Right. He was a big star of the yesteryear before this film, but a recognizable name in music for sure. Like a legend.
And you think like 60s movies, 70s pop songs, like, wrote stuff for the Carpenters.
Yeah. For this movie, he wrote Touch. He wrote this song. Along with several others, but this is the one I'm using as an example. Go ahead.
Now, here's the thing, is if you bought the soundtrack of this movie in 1981...
Which you did.
Which I did. There's a bunch of songs that are in the movie as part of the score that are then re-recorded with lyrics by pop singers. So there's stuff on that album that's sung by Stephen Bishop, Nicolette Larson.
I've got It's Only Love by Stephen Bishop right here.
That's it.
Just in case anyone recognizes this. And then, like you said, Fool Me Again by Nicolette Larson is on this soundtrack. I'll jump to the middle. So, this song, I'll say, has the distinction of the one to me that didn't sound entirely 70s to me. Like that one, this one sounded like a little more like someone we might know from the 80s, like a Stevie Nicks song or something like. But yes, go on. You were talking about the soundtrack. What else did you want to say about it before we rate it?
No, I listened to this quite a bit. I was one where I probably only listened to side A, did not listen to side B quite a lot.
That's fair.
Because really, I came for Christopher Cross.
There's also an Ambrosia.
Kind of
There's also an Ambrosia song on the soundtrack.
That's right.
Joe, what did you do to rate this one?
Well, now here's the thing: is I rated this probably definitely higher than you, and probably higher than the average person because
it had an experiential impact on you.
Fuck yeah! This song was deep in my soul in the early '80s, so I gave this a 6.
And that makes sense. It was above average and its effect on you and all that.
Yeah.
And this song was unavoidable. Obviously, I know this song, the Arthur's theme song, very, very well. I've heard it a million times in elevators and grocery stores and everywhere for the past 50 years, Anyway, everything in here, though, like, Arthur's theme kind of became one of the seminal yacht rock anthems,
Very much.
And I'm not saying anything bad about the song. It just feels a little 70s to me. So I
get it.
As do a bunch of these songs, and I didn't have the experiential. But for being a big worldwide hit and for winning Oscars, I gave this a 2. For 80s ness, just because of its importance to the decade, even if it didn't sound like the decade to me. So
I can respect that.
Okay, well, art design, bro. What have you got in these are interesting because they are both played in these very stuffy, kind of timeless settings in these large mansions. Somewhat.
Yes, but
go ahead.
The preppy stuff.
The preppy stuff in Trading Places. His friends in the club.
Super 80s.
Yeah, they got the popped
friends
collars.
of the club, especially the outfits that Winthorpe's fiance wears.
The Jamie Lee Curtis stuff, like when she's not naked.
The costuming at Billy Ray's party. All the people that come to Billy Ray's party. There's headbands. There's the fabrics are all just scream early 80s to me.
Yeah, Billy Ray's outfit itself when he's still on the street.
Yeah.
Fingerless gloves, very 80s.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So again, this is not what we call egregiously 80s. There's no Michael Jackson outfits. There's no neon. But it is solidly 80s to me. So I gave this a 7. Where'd you come
nice.
out on this?
Okay. I gave it because it does have some of that emerging stuff in it. I ended up giving this a 5, like a solid amount, but not Hall of Fame amount of 80s.
Okay.
Because there is so much of the just wearing suits and being in giant mansions and being at Wall Street. It wasn't jumping out like Valley Girl or Fast Times jumps out and it just like smashes you in the face with it.
I hear you.
Meanwhile, Arthur for me, there was something about the bathroom setup that was gave me a little spark of 80s there. But I don't know. There wasn't a lot in this movie that made me think of the 80s. It has a lot of 70s hangover for me. But what do you have?
I get that. I understand. Yeah, I think generally I would rank most of these costumes as 70s hangover. But the thing is, and again, maybe it's just because I locked onto this movie, but to me, this movie is very specifically 1981.
Oh, wow. Okay. Tell me more.
The wedding dresses, right?
Yeah.
The dress of the wedding party. Very 81. Everything Jill Eikenberry wore in every scene, right? Seemed super 1981. Dudley Moore turns up in one scene in a yellow sweater. That to me is very 1981.
Yeah.
Liza Minnelli's outfits also to me very 81. Like the t-shirt she wears at one point. Her little neon cowboy, or not neon, but like brightly colored cowboy outfit when she's shoplifting the tie. it's again, it's not broadly 80s, but to me, it is very specifically this year.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I didn't end up with that same analysis, but I respect that. What did you then give it for being specifically 1981? And I understand that you have
I gave it a 6.
Oh, shit. That's awesome. All right, well, I gave it a 1.
Okay.
And we'll just leave it, just 70s hangover. I'll just leave it at that.
I get it. I respect that. I understand.
There were just a few things, a few hints. The yellow sweater, something about the bathroom design looked a little different. I thought it should have been more old school, and it had like a glass block with like some lighting that kind of felt 80s to me. I don't know. So there were just a few touches, but other than that, it was like, oh look, here's a Rolls Royce from the 1920s. Here's a giant building. Here's a white tie dinner. It wasn't. But anyway, all right. Well, we're really going to have a fun time with quotability here because Joe gave us an incredible cornucopia of quotes to listen to.
I kind of couldn't stop.
And so, Joe, you've got 9 quotes here. I tried to arrange them roughly in the order they appear in the film. Hopefully from the lines you see here, you can help introduce them from the little, tiny snippets I've given you.
Yeah.
If you need help, just say so. All right. Starting with Trading Places.
Yeah. The first one, I recognize this vaguely, but I have no clue what this one is.
This is the waiter, is Ezra. Christmas.
Right. Yeah. So this is the Duke brothers are in their club, and they give the club is almost entirely staffed by black folks,
right?
And which is wow.
Yeah.
And the one kind of elderly fella who is waiting on the Duke brothers gets his Christmas bonus.
Ah, Ezra. Right on time. I bet you thought I'd forgotten your Christmas bonus. There you are.
$5. Maybe I'll go to the movies by myself.
Half of it is from me.
Thank you, Mr. Mortimer.
Okay, and that thank you, Mr. Mortimer, has stuck in my head for years. That guy's delivery is just so fucking great.
It's really good.
Yeah, maybe I'll go to a movie by myself.
Oh man,
yeah.
Next up is something that happens in jail.
That's right.
Eddie Murphy is in jail, right? And
yeah. And he's bragging about his the women who work for him, I will say.
Yeah.
And explaining that why he's still in jail and hasn't been bailed out yet.
And
but
then
it's the
other guy.
line from by his friend.
Yeah.
That I have always loved.
Which I think is all I have here. Let's see.
Yeah, the phone in the limo is busted. What are you, ignorant?
There you go. Because, he's pretending he has a limo, which he does not. But later in the movie, he does.
That's right.
And his buddy yells at these big guys in the lockup,
Yeah, the phone in the limo is busted. What are you, ignorant?
What are you, ignorant?
Love that
good.
line. Then when he is bailed out, he is picked up by the Duke brothers, who make their offer to set him up with a job and a lot of money.
No, I believe I can hang out with you fellas for a little while.
Excellent. Yeah. I'm Randolph Duke.
How you doing, Randy? What's happening?
My younger brother, Mortimer.
Hey, Monte, what it is? Billy Ray Valentine, Capricorn. Randy, that's like Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5, right?
Yes. Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Love that line.
Randy Jackson of the Jackson 5. All right.
Then we zip to Winthorpe in jail, and there's a couple of lines by the great and good Frank Oz that I just love. The first one, he's going through Billy Ray's, or we're going through Winthorpe's belongings. And we have this.
Alligator skin wallet. MasterCharge, American Express, gold card. Visa, Diners Club, carte blanche. 2 tickets. La Boheme.
La Boheme. It's an opera.
It's an opera?
Nice mockery.
Yeah, and then he finds something else in Winthorpe's belongings.
1 cellophane bag.
That's not mine. I've never seen that before in my life.
That's PCP. Phencyclidine. Angel dust. You ever seen what this stuff does to kids? You are looking at 3 to 5 mandatory. Lewis.
I love hearing Grover, Cookie Monster, Ernie, and Miss Piggy saying that's PCP.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it. Yeah. This next one is this guy, this weird character that pops up.
And this is a weird one for you to pull for quote, but I pulled it anyway. This is such a throwaway moment. I love this line. You love it. All right.
Yeah, Winthorpe's fiance is waiting for him in the waiting room in the lobby of the jail, and this guy comes and sits down next to her, and we have this.
Is that your purse?
Yes, sir.
That's a nice purse.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
a nice purse.
It's just a bizarre performance for no good reason.
Like why? It's just to show, I guess, the reverse culture shock of her coming down to this level of culture with him and being super uncomfortable, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then the next line, and I want to say the actor that delivers this line was somebody's daughter who like somebody who like one of the director's daughter or someone's daughter delivered this line. This is what Winthorpe goes to his club
and runs into his yuppie friends who are shunning him essentially.
And we come in the middle of the story being delivered by this lady.
I'll be honest. Of the ones you pulled, I fucking love this because the delivery is so over the top, ridiculous. That condescending, rich voice. You know. All right, here it is.
And she stepped on the ball.
I love it so much. The next
she
one
stepped on the ball. All right, what else do we have?
The next one. This is the not the first part, but the latter part of this is the one that I quote the most from this movie. I do Eddie Murphy's bit in this.
Oh, awesome! This is when Winthorpe catches wind of what's going on and attacks Billy Ray, right? All right.
It was the Dukes. It was the Dukes.
You're a dead man, Valentine!
He's choking him out, and Murphy's talking like while being strangulated.
It was the Dukes.
You're a dead man, Valentine!
Oh, shit.
And our final quote is probably the most famous quote of the film. Like I hear variations on this still to this day, right? After they've won the day and Winthorpe is out on his yacht with Jamie Lee Curtis and Billy Ray is on the beach enjoying being served drinks. It's very clear that they're both very wealthy now. And you just have this.
Looking good, Billy Ray!
Feeling good, Louis!
So there you go.
I'm going to point out this is a callback to an earlier line before the switch when Winthorpe is hanging out with his friends, and the one says, looking good, Winthorpe, and he says, feeling good, Todd, or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
They bring it back, because it's showing that they're that level of friends now, right? That's why he brought it over to his new friend, Billy Ray. So, all right. Now, with all of these, now I wouldn't say that these are household quotes, all right? These are quotes pulled by a man who has watched this movie 50 times, right?
Keith Do you know who used to quote Arthur all the time?
Wait, this is Trading Places, though.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you said.
I'm sorry. We're still talking Trading Places.
Yeah, we haven't rated
Apologies.
it yet. We haven't rated it yet. So
Fair
I'm
enough.
saying, like, these are the quotes pulled by a man who has watched this 50 times. I don't know how many of these are household quotes, but there's enough funny lines in here. I gave it a 5, an average amount of quotability to the American public. To me, I did know a lot of these.
Okay.
But I've never heard anyone else say, and she stepped on the ball, like, out in public, right? So what did you give this?
I gave it a 7 because, again, I quote this shit.
For you, it is, I get it. Yeah, it is quotable as hell.
Yeah.
And, all right, now we get to have a shitload of fun with the quotability of Arthur, which is, if you want to go by a percentage of these quotes, about 80% Hobson.
That's right. But he had some of the best stuff here. But, all right. I'll talk when we get to it. All right.
Okay.
So for the first one, I think we referred to earlier. This is when
Arthur decides he's going to bathe.
Hobson?
Yeah?
Do you know what I'm going to do?
No, I don't.
I'm going to take a bath.
I'll alert the media.
And of course, that was your line in the colliding worlds that we never finished.
That's right.
And then he follows that up moments later with this offer.
Perhaps you'd like me to come in there and wash your dick for you. You little shit.
Great delivery. Great fucking delivery. All right.
The next 3 of these are Hobson talking to Linda after they've helped her get out of trouble when she was shoplifting a tie.
All right, here's the first one.
Thank you for a memorable afternoon. Usually one must go to a bowling alley to meet a woman of your stature.
And here's the second one.
Arthur, I see no reason for prolonging this conversation unless you're planning to knock over a fruit stand later in the evening. Good luck in prison.
And then finally, probably my favorite line of his in the film.
What are you doing tomorrow night?
I don't know. Oh, I have plans for tomorrow night. What should I wear?
Seal something casual.
Oh, shit. Then the next three are when Hobson goes to Linda's apartment.
Yes.
To tell her to get her to come to Arthur's engagement party.
And then her father, played by Morty Seinfeld, in quotes, answers the door.
If you and your undershirt would walk 2 paces backwards, I could enter this dwelling.
And then...
How revolting.
Great.
And upon seeing the apartment. And then this next one is probably my favorite Hobson quote.
That sounds bad. Have you seen a doctor?
Yes. And he has seen me.
Oh, man. All right. And then the finale of the Hobson stuff here is the race car scene. Arthur's driving a race car around. He gets out of the car, still decked out in the accoutrement of racing, and this happens.
Would you remove your helmet, please?
Why?
Please.
This takes a minute to develop.
Now your goggles.
Now your goggles.
Why? Please. Thank you. You spoilt little bastard. You're a man who has everything, haven't you? But that's not enough. You feel unloved, Arthur. Welcome to the world. Everyone is unloved. Now stop feeling sorry for yourself, and incidentally, I love you. Mary Sue. Would you remove your helmet, please?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I restarted it by accident. But yes.
No worries.
That's a great...
So here's why...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here's why I had you pull that one. It's that please.
Yes.
Right? I use that all the time.
Please. Remove your helmet, please.
Yes.
And then he does slap him about the face once he removes the protective gear. And I mean, that is one of the.
He says, please.
That's a poignant moment when he says, in his British way, incidentally, I love you, right? Like that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, there's that heart.
There is some heart to
that
this
relationship
thing.
between the two of them. Then we've got a couple of Arthur quotes, some Dudley Moore stuff here. He goes to pick up his soon-to-be fiance to take her out to dinner and ask her to marry him, and he is waiting for her in a room in her father's house that has a stuffed moose head on the wall.
Where's the rest of this moose? Arthur, I think it's time we got to know one another. I do too. That's why I had you come over today. This is a tough room. I don't have to tell you that. You must have hated this moose.
Why don't you forget the moose for a moment?
Is this something you used to say a lot? Why don't you forget the moose?
No.
Okay.
It's not one that I quote a lot. I just love the line. And then he takes Susan out to dinner and is drunk at the table with her, trying to work himself up to offering her the ring.
Arthur, will you take my hand?
That would leave you with one.
That's just a great line.
Yeah. All right. And then finally, what else do we have?
This is toward the end of the movie.
Right. Here we go.
When he is talking to his grandma.
Right. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I think this is right.
We don't need your money.
It'll help you.
Yeah, look what it's done for you. Now tell your story walking before I call a cop. Get out of here!
Yeah, that's this one. Okay.
Faucet.
So there you go.
Sorry. I misidentified that. This is, he goes to Linda to tell her that he's engaged and offer her a check, and she refuses it. But the reason I had you pull that is this Liza Minnelli's brilliant closet. Because Arthur, she tells him to get out of here. Arthur goes to leave, and he walks into her closet, and the way she says closet there is just brilliant.
Yeah. Tell your story walking. All right.
Yeah.
Joe.
So,
go ahead.
Yes.
That's all the quotes we have. What do you want to say
That's
about
all the quotes we have. That's a lot. I want to say something. Do you know someone who quoted Arthur a lot?
You?
No. I mean, yeah, me, but the great Brenda Richards.
Oh, yeah,
quoted
great.
Arthur a lot in high school.
Good high school
I recall
friend.
her doing Arthur lines a lot. And so, I'm like, all right, well, if Brenda Richards likes this, then
you must be all right.
That's a pretty strong endorsement.
She's a great lady, yeah.
Awesome
where does
person.
that put it on your quotability index, however?
Well, again, I know these lines like the back of my hand, and I use them periodically, especially that please. I gave it an 8.
Okay. I didn't have a ton of exposure to this, obviously none. I didn't know any of these quotes ahead of time, but my fondness for Hobson, I threw this a 5. I threw it a 5.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Despite having no experiential thing there, but all right,
I mean,
man.
I gotta say, this was not a tootsie for you.
No, not at all.
This was not like utter revulsion.
Not at all.
Through the years, it's just hadn't hit you.
Just hadn't hit me. So
got it. Okay.
Finally, and we got to wrap up. I think we're running long, pretty long, very long.
We always do, man.
So cultural relevance. Make me a case for the cultural relevance of Trading Places. I'll start. It launched 3 80s icons: Murphy, Akroyd, Curtis. That's important.
There you go.
Or helped keep them going.
This is the movie that really kind of took Murphy's 48 Hours and then gave it like a super jolt.
Yeah.
That launched him into leading man status. I also have to say, the Duke brothers, Randolph and Mortimer, were pretty iconic. They were like, they caught on to the point where they were brought back for a very brief cameo in Coming to America.
That's crazy. That is so crazy. Don Amici, this was a comeback for him, and it led to him winning an Oscar in Cocoon a few years later, which we'll probably talk about in the next season.
Sure we will.
I have a little toy, and you may know this one, you may not.
All right.
But this film led to an actual piece of American legislature that was known as the Eddie Murphy Rule. It's a provision in the 2010 Dodd-Frank Act that prohibits trading commodities or derivatives based on non-public misappropriated government information.
Oh, shit.
Directly inspired by the 1983 film Trading Places, in which the plot centers on obtaining an advance USDA crop report. Yeah. This regulation was enacted to close that actual existing loophole. And so
I had no idea.
So that is cultural relevance. I mean, it takes fiction and brought it to the real world. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah. It's also a holiday film. I gave it a little bit of relevance for that. I don't know. Do you have anything else that you wanted to say?
That's all I got for that one. What did you rate this one?
So I didn't think this was like a 10 or anything, but I thought it was above average cultural relevance. I gave it a 6.
All right. I gave it an 8.
Nice.
And again, I think just probably because personally it's relevant to me.
Fairly relevant to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, the cultural relevance of Arthur, well, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Hobson character is one of the finest supporting performances I've seen so far, and it probably ranks among the best in the decade. He's just really fucking good.
Yeah, yeah.
Arthur's theme was a blockbuster song we've mentioned.
Absolutely.
However, Arthur 2 on the Rocks in 1988 and the Russell Brand, yikes, 2011 remake both bombed at the box office and in life. Both terribly reviewed films and flops. So that kind of maybe, I don't know if that takes away from it. You could argue it's more relevant because they kept trying to remake it, you know.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the argument.
For me, if a movie is given a sequel,
it didn't,
and or a reboot, it was relevant. It means that it was culturally relevant.
That's fair. It didn't become like a relevant enough to be like a franchise of beloved films or anything, but like you said, it got a sequel. What else do you want to list to argue its relevance?
Everything you talked about is what I had here for that. So all I can say is I gave this movie a 7.
Okay. Since it had no kind of bearing on me, but seeing the things it did do, I gave it a 4, a little bit lower.
All right.
And then any bonus items that you want to throw out there?
Yeah, here's what I got. I think John Landis is a pretty important 80s director.
Yep.
I gave it a +1 for that.
Yep, Landis is definitely a +1.
+1 for that. And then, so in Arthur, there is a scene when he goes to Linda's apartment, and he knocks over this mail holder, this plastic mail holder that hits the floor and falls apart, and then he tries to put it back together,
and
can't figure it out. And that prop, that letter has been in my head for 45 years.
That's
I
awesome.
don't understand how it works. I've always been fascinated with it. the noise that it makes when he's trying to scrunch it together,
incredible.
To me, that's an iconic prop. I give it a +1 for that.
It's a good bit of physical comedy.
It really is.
Well, Joe, I guess it's time.
All right.
Let's find out what we're going to do.
Wait a minute, you can't get away with this. Oh no, I'm afraid I can. You see, only The president of the Greek Council can call a vote.
That's completely unfair. This is bullshit.
Meeting adjourned.
Well, fittingly this week, our favorite is Trading Places, the 4 seed, which is even. And very fittingly, Joe gets to go first and talk out his decision and why he made it. And Joe, take it away, buddy. What do you got to say? This has got to be a tough one for you, like choosing between your kids.
Close. This is super close. For me, just mathematically, Trading Places comes out at a 31, Arthur a 32. So it is neck and neck.
Tight.
But here's what I'm going to say. For me, again, Arthur has a lot about it that is super specifically 1981.
Yeah.
And I feel like Trading Places has more about it that is more generally 80s. So I'm going Trading Places on this one. Breaking my own heart here because I love both these movies. Yeah. It's a real splitting the baby kind of a decision here, but I'm going with Trading Places. That's
all right. Final
that's
answer?
My ultimate choice.
All right. Well, there you go. My voting was not as close and not as high. I had Trading Places at 20.5 and Arthur at 14.
Oh, Lord.
Well, it does jive with our votes that we put in for where they belonged. So for me, Trading Places wins going away. And I was going to say, for you, if you love them both, I think Trading Places has the best chance to advance beyond this matchup.
That's true.
I feel like...
I don't necessarily rate it like... I really rate its chances incredibly high.
Yeah.
Depends on what it goes up against, but we'll see.
I feel like if Arthur advanced here, it would immediately lose to... I can't remember. I'm having trouble remembering what it would play against. I don't have the bracket in front of me. But anyway, there you go. We have voted both for Trading Places. And that's going to be all the time we have for this week. You think all the time? We took up quite a bit of your time. Thanks for listening.
That's a long fucking episode. Thank you.
Apologies. We missed each other after 2 weeks of not speaking, and we like to talk. Next time on the 80s, folks, it's episode 23, actually. It's going to be the Red Dawn region 6 seed, Stripes, Bill Murray's military comedy against 11 seed, All the Right Moves, Tom Cruise's attempt to pretend that he could play football. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
And folks, before we go, at the end of each show, we've been playing a quote from an 80s movie. We say the first one to run to the comments and identify the movie character if you can wins. And last week, Alejandro, I believe, picked this one, right?
Yes, he did.
Right.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole too, sir. Gun is made first class Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Oh, Lord.
Keep firing, assholes!
There you go.
All right. So, your buddy John Booth, great person,
yes.
Nailed that one. That is from the movie Spaceballs, which is lesser Mel Brooks in some people's opinion.
Right.
My opinion, but still very funny.
Yeah.
All right. And excuse me. So, be able to vote for your favorite movie or identify quotes, whatever. Sign up with us at our Substack. That is the 80zest.substack.com. Always free, always will be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And join our little community there. It's good times.
It's a lot of fun. Joe picked this week's quote, and if he survives to the end of the podcast with the thing that is afflicting him, I wanted to say I would not have gotten this one. I mean, you sent it to me, I pulled it. Yeah. When I saw it, I obviously knew what it was, but if I was just hearing it,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gotten this one, but the voice might get it for someone. I don't know. What do you think?
I will say that there are other characters I could have pulled from this movie that would have given it away a lot more definitively.
That's true. Yeah.
So I was kind of had to choose carefully here, but if you know this performer,
you probably figure
maybe you have an idea. Maybe you have an idea.
All right. Well, that is finally all for today's show. In Cleveland, this is Keith Marsteller. Until we meet again, be excellent to each other.
And in Seattle, this is Joe Walk. Thanks for listening. Folks, tune in again next week because, in the words of the great Terminator, hey, we'll be back!
I'm sorry, Mother, but it's ugly. I ask you, have you ever seen anything so ugly? I won't be engaged in this hat.